games, made 10 tackles at Kansas State before coming to South Alabama. Well, Lacey getting back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe one more. Bring up a 3rd and 9 as he found some room off the right side. Pulled down by Wykevius Thomas. Big Bubba, one of the ones that was in on him. And how about that? That is Big Bubba.
That's not what you want to see when you come out of that spin move right there. You come out of that spin move hoping to see maybe some green grass in front of you. Instead of you see Wykevius Thomas standing there.
6'2", 303.
Sure, excited to go play App State. It's a great program. A lot of history there with the program. Coach Clark's done a great job. Obviously playing for the Sun Belt Conference Championship last year. Former player, knows what it means to be there in Boone and coach the Mountaineers. So we have a really tough task ahead of us on Thursday, but one we're really looking forward to. Really looking forward to this opportunity, and our guys have worked hard this week. This is a little bit later press conference than usual, but excited to get on the plane and get an opportunity to go play them.
What have you seen since Thursday in terms of practice? Because you have had more days than we usually have.
The first thing with 18 to 22-year-olds, you're just trying to make sure everybody understands. I know it may be a Saturday, but today is a Monday practice. I know it is a Sunday, but today is a Tuesday practice. And, once the pads get on and once you start really throwing the game plans out there, they fall into line in terms of just their mindset and their focus. And we've had good practices the last 3 days. Obviously tomorrow's our last one, then we'll get on the plane Wednesday. But I've been pleased with the guys' preparation. I like the plans that we have. This game's going to have some ebb and flows. There's going to be a lot of emotion. It's a night game. It's a first conference game. We need to play with poise, go execute, understand there's going to be highs and lows in any football game, but it's a Sun Belt game, highly competitive. People know each other. They know the coaches. They know the schemes. So just excited to see our team get an opportunity to go up there.
What did you see from Gio coming back after a week out?
Just saw command. Of his reads, where he needed to be with his eyes, saw accuracy. There wasn't a lot of protection issues being presented, so there were some times where we got to sit back there and see exactly what we wanted and take our time. And obviously, as we go along the season, people know a little bit more about you, kind of how to get to you, and they know your personnel a little bit better. Those things will just continue to increase, but just so productive, smart with the football, didn't put the ball in jeopardy. So we just need to continue playing like that at the QB spot.
App State defensively, what kind of challenge are they?
Really good, really good. They've got if you look at them across the board, they got, if you look too deep, they've got 44, players. 7 of them have sophomore or freshman next to their name. All right, so do the math on that, right? 37 of them are juniors or seniors, so there's a lot of experience on that side of the ball, on both sides of the ball, excuse me. So, that's what I see defensively, a lot of experience, a lot of guys who played. They rotate quite a bit up front. They'll play in an odd front, but they'll also get in a 4-down front. They'll rotate, D linemen, linebackers, even rotate their corners some. They keep a fresh unit out on the field. Their blitz percentage, they can go up if they want to. They can play as steady and static as they want to. They have really good length inside on the defensive line. Some of the things that can create some issues, so you have to have good technique. I think they're a really good unit. I mean, they've traditionally been a good unit, and not much has really changed.
Corner, you've had some guys banged out. Where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Next man up mentality. Marion made strides. Ladarius made strides. Reggie Neely's made strides. Dallas Gamble's made strides. D. Darby's over there at corner. So we have a lot of guys working there. We're going to try to keep that group healthy. And that's. We're going to need a little bit of luck in that regard, but I've been pleased with all those guys and the way they've developed. There's a lot of youth there, a little on-job training in terms of just your experience level and what you're going to learn during the season. But as long as we continue to take the mindset of growing from week 1 to week 2, week 2 to week 3, and we grow throughout the season, and we try to reduce the times that we make the same mistake twice. I mean, that's really just life in general, right? So, I mean, that's what we need to do at the corner position. I saw some good improvement from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. We just need to continue on that trajectory.
Was the biggest difference last week the way you came out in the second half, or were there other things that you saw?
Well, I think I don't like to just speak like things aren't real. I mean, it was a very lopsided score. So at that point, it wasn't like it was a 1-possession game or a 2-possession game like it was in the previous 2 weeks. So the opponent's kind of looking at it like, all right, this is what we've got. So you're not facing the same type of intensity. So this week we certainly will in terms of what we faced week 1 and week 2 on the road. So we'll have to really bring it in the second half. But I was just pleased because there can also be just human nature, a letdown. Man, we're up by this much. Do we, and you're not as mentally intense. Your focus isn't there. There's some sloppy play. But I saw our guys come out and genuinely, execute. Their mental focus was good. The sideline was good. The attention with the coaches when the subs went in. I saw the older guys coaching some of the younger guys. You saw some, excitement on the sideline for younger guys. That's, you just want to see the same traits of championship teams and quality teams, and that's what you see. You see teams that come out, really good teams come out in the second half, regardless of score, offense, defense, special teams, and go play. And when those guys get a chance to take their pads off because the score's lopsided, they help the younger guys. They help them. They develop them, not just cheering for them on the sideline, but getting them over on the sideline, going through adjustments and things that you can kind of impart as an older veteran player. So I saw some good things on the sideline in that second half.
Same old App State. They're really good. Physical, tough, athletic. Play pretty much the same defense they've played for a very long time. Around there, goes back Nate Woody. I mean, it's 3-4. Sound. It's going to be a challenge.
Left Savage and 11 yards carry. You think he's getting the ball too little or too much or not enough?
He's doing a good job. He's running hard. I was really proud. I think also too the blocking up front has been there to create some of those things, and he's been playing with good vision. So coming along nice. There's still some things he can improve on, but proud of the way that all the guys have been running.
Offensive line specifically, what did you see from them? Obviously a different opponent, but what did you see from them Thursday that needs to continue into this week?
Well, I really think it is the execution. There's still a lot of things we got to clean up. We're still having probably too many penalties. We're working to fix those. But I just think probably wasn't very many times that we were going to the wrong guys. They did a good job of communicating up front versus a unique defense, who they were supposed to work to. And if you do that and you play a good pad level and strain and effort, and give yourself a shot. So we need to keep that going.
Gio coming back off the injury. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I think he played well, and I thought he competed well. I thought it also, it was a strange game, but did what he did, helped lead the offense. And I think there's probably a few throws he would like to have back. That maybe we got to make those. Could probably help him out with some of those. But also, and he played well, but also really proud of Bishop. The last week's start versus Ohio, and really competed and played hard to come back in late in the game, and he had a real good command of the offense, getting guys lined up, allowing us to play in rhythm. Didn't miss any rhythm with him in there.
Yeah, we're going to stop the run. They're physical. It'll be a great environment. Last time we went up to Boone, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a challenge for us from a physicality standpoint. We practiced physical this week. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, it'll be a great environment for college football. And I think that'll be it'll bring some energy for our guys, and it'll be a lot of fun. And, they threw it for a lot against ECU, so obviously a challenge on the back end. But they're still App State. They can still get in pistol and run outside zone and do the things that they need to do to be App State. And so we've got to make sure we're disciplined and ready to rock and roll Thursday night.
Other than the one, breakaway touchdown they had, what did you see overall? That played a pretty clean game other than that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was clean. And obviously we wish there's always a couple of plays you wish you could have back. But I thought they played clean. They played hard. That was the thing, is they fought for 4 quarters. I thought as a defense we executed at a clean level, at a high level, and that was the nice part about that game is when you have those games, you don't want that lull, and I don't think there was. I think it was a situation where our guys executed, they got the calls, they did what they needed to do, and then obviously at the end of the game there, to have some of those guys in there to score on defense when Chris Stiles scored is always a lot of fun. The best thing I think about games like that is it gives you confidence moving forward, because now they know that they can play at a high level and they've put good things on tape, and now it's just continuing to build off of that. And, you know, especially coming off a short week, you know, the plan, we kept it simple for those guys and allowed them just to go execute. And, you know, now we play a quick turnaround now, and, you know, you grab a cup of coffee and get back to work and get ready to rock and roll. So.
You got a lot of young corners, some guys making plays the other night. Just what you've seen out of that group.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now that we're through three games, they're not allowed to be young anymore. They got to be veterans now, and they've played enough snaps. You know, even a guy like D. Darby, who started out as a safety here, has moved over into the corner room. He played corner in high school over at JDC in Mississippi. So, you know, I think with him and just continuing to develop, those guys work their tails off. You know, Coach Hop does a great job with those guys, and they're going to continue to work. They're going to continue to develop. And like I said, by the time you hit week 4, those guys aren't youngsters anymore. They've played enough snaps to be vets.
I think the Thursday game built our confidence from the first 2 games, gave us a little momentum going into this week, and I thought that was a great opportunity for us.
Assess your play personally.
I mean, it was just I felt like we had a great week of preparation, and it just carried over to the game, and that was our outcome.
Got a lot of guys getting involved in the running back room, a lot of young guys especially. Just what you've seen out there.
Like I said before, I feel like all the guys in our room, we all have like different attributes, and everybody do things differently, and that's what makes our room so special.
App State, obviously one of the better defenses traditionally in the conference.
Yes, sir.
What about the challenge that you've seen on tape?
Well, we knew coming into this week that it was going to be it's a big game for us. So like we had extra practice to get ready for those guys, and I feel like this whole week we've been having a good preparation for that, and we got another day tomorrow to prepare for that.
I think it got us in the right direction. I think now just momentum and believing in yourself has really helped, I believe.
App State, what kind of challenge are they offensively?
They're pretty good. I would say their quarterback's probably one of the best that we're going to play against, and the receiver core is pretty good too. Their tight ends are good. I'd say overall this is a good offense we're going to be playing against.
How have you seen the progression of the defense from that North Texas game to now?
I just feel like we're all improving. I feel like North Texas really came out there and hit us in the mouth, and we're kind of bouncing back, and we're improving daily.
The linebackers in particular, obviously a lot of guys that have not played a whole lot, and guys in new positions and all that sort of thing. Just how has that group kind of come along?
It's been good. I would say that we're at first it was kind of rocky, but now I feel like we're getting in the groove of it.